Hi guys, my name is BEKIMACHINE. I am a Twitch streamer and musician, and today I'm going to be teaching you about EQ and how you can use it to improve the audio quality of your Twitch streams. So this is a part of a mini-series I'm doing for YouTube that's focusing on audio for streamers. However, you can apply what you learn here to other bits of content creation, maybe YouTube videos, podcasts, and even music. So the first video in the series focused on compression, so make sure you check that out if you haven't already. But before we get started, I just want to let you know that I do stream every Wednesday, Saturday and Sunday on Twitch. My link will be down in the description below if you did want to come and say hi. So when you apply EQ to an audio signal, you're going to be altering the different frequencies in the frequency spectrum to change the overall tone of the audio signal. So using EQ on your voice will help you to shape and tone your voice. We can use it to bring out warmth in a voice, depth. We can reduce the sound of some of the nasty qualities you might get in voices, and we can also brighten it up as well. So your aim as a content creator is to give your viewers the best experience they can possibly have. And by shaping and toning your voice, you're going to give your viewers a better experience overall because your voice is going to be more pleasant for them to listen to. It's going to be more pleasing on the ears, so to speak. And it's all with a little bit of EQ. Also, I have posted a video below in the description. It gives a really good 5-minute explanation of what EQ is in music, but you can apply that to voice as well. I think it will be really good for you to check that out after this video. So to get started, we're going to need to install an EQ VST plugin that we can use in OBS. OBS doesn't come with a EQ filter like it does compression or noise gate. It doesn't have one, so we need to find one. Now, I did not discover this, so I'm going to have to give credit to Epos Fox, as by watching his video I found that you could install EQ onto OBS. So I'm going to link his channel down below because he did do a video tutorial on how to do this. I'm just going to implement a quick way of doing it into my video, but I do want to credit him down below because this is how I found out how to do it, if you get me. So firstly, we're going to need to download Reaper's VST plugin pack. Now Reaper, if you've seen my previous videos, Reaper is a DAW, digital audio workstation, and it's used by music producers to make music. So they have a free plugin pack that we can download and we can get working in OBS. I'm going to drop the link down in the description, so please follow that. Now you want to download whatever pack is for you, so could be 64-bit or the 32 bits. Just get that downloaded and then follow through the install prompts. You want to install all of the plugins because you never know, you may want to use the other ones at a later date. Follow through VST plugins, that's all fine. I ignored that, I'm sure that's fine. So they're now installed. You're going to need to restart OBS, so let's do that. And now going to find your mic feed and we're going to apply the filter. So we're going to go to plus and then VST2 plugin. Now you can call this whatever you want. I'm going to call it EQ. So please select a plugin. So you've got a bunch of different plugins here. The ones that all begin with REA are the Reaper ones. I have opened up my EQ and you can see that we've got some audio going in. So this is the frequency spectrum and it goes all the way from 0 Hertz on the left all the way up to 20k, just above 20k on the right. Now the left represents the low end, so in music you'll get a lot of bass sounds down here. Up to 100 Hertz, the human ear can't even hear that. We've got the mids and the highs brightening up a sound. I'm going to put my headphones on. We're now going to allow ourselves to monitor our voice. So if you go to your settings on your mic channel, advanced audio properties, find your mic feed and select monitor only, mute output. And you should be able to hear yourself. It would help if I plugged my headphones in, wouldn't it? Let's go back to filters. So now you can hear yourself and we're going to be able to hear ourselves changing the sound of our voice. So let's go through how to use this plugin. These different tabs represent the different frequency bands. Now every visual equalizer has this, and what we can do with those is move them. So down here you've got frequency, and this will allow us to move the band across any point of the frequency depending on where we want to edit. So let's move that back to 100. The gain will allow us to either increase frequencies or remove them. The bandwidth allows you to change the range of the band. So you can see as the band goes thinner, it's affecting a shorter frequency range. And if we increase the bandwidth, it affects a larger frequency range. Okay, so now that we've gone through what every band does, we're going to want to apply a high pass filter to our low end, because this audio down here, you can't hear it and it will only clash with other frequencies from other audio feeds on your Twitch. So in games and things, we just don't need it there. So let's go to type. We're going to select high pass, and that is completely removing the low end. So I'm going to just kind of adjust that so it's there and just slide it across. So if I slide it too far, you can hear that it's taking the low end out of my voice. We don't want to do that. So let's just go to about here. If you've got quite a bassy voice, you may want to cut a bit of audio around the 100 to 300k range. So in order to do that, get band 2 here. I want you to increase the gain, hear what your voice sounds like with very increased gain, lower the bandwidth, and then you're going to cut. Now, on my voice, it makes me sound too thin, so I'm not going to do that. But you might find that it kind of adds a crispness to your voice. Or you may prefer the kind of warmth that the bass gives you. So I'm actually going to increase my bass by 2 dB. Next, for me, around the 1K adds a bit more depth to my voice, I think. Now, you may find that yours is a bit lower, but again, I'd say increase it by like 5. Find what sounds good. So for me, between the 500 and 1000, it's too muddy. But if I slide it along to the 1K, sounds a bit better. And I think I'm going to boost it there. So I'm going to increase this by about 3 dB. And I'm going to change the Q to be lower. Maybe wider, but reduce this to like 2. Next, I'm going to take band 4 and I'm going to turn it into a band. And I think, let's just have a look here. So this was where my voice was a bit muddy. I don't want to remove too much, but it adds clarity to my voice. Then over here is where, so around the 2K mark is where you're going to be able to brighten up your voice. So if we go to add band and we slide it along over here, if I increase the gain, you're going to get an example of brightening up the voice, but that's too much. That's too much. I sound like I'm coming out of a radio. So let's turn it down. Only a little bit. Can lower the Q. There we go. Just not too much. Lastly, you're going to want to reduce the sibilance in your voice. So add another band, slide along to around 10K. Make some susses. As you can hear, because I've got a compressor on my voice, it's going to reduce the dynamic range of my voice, which means all the S's are going to be brought out, and S's aren't nice to listen to. I'd increase the gain, locate where your S's are, lower the Q, so we narrow the band, and maybe do a -3 dB cut, just to take a little bit of the harshness of the S's. Let's go for quite a low Q. We don't want to take too much off. And this will just take off the harshness of the S's. Very, very subtle difference. My EQ might look a little bit different than yours does. Every voice is different. You're going to have to experiment with your own voice. Listen back and figure out what makes your voice sound nice. I hope this video was helpful to you, and hopefully now you understand a bit more about EQ and how you can use it to make your voice sound nicer. Thank you so much for watching. If you did find this video helpful, please make sure to like and subscribe. It really, really helps growth on YouTube channels, and be sure to drop a comment as well. I really, really enjoyed hearing your comments and feedback for the last video about compression. So please let me know how you got on with this. The next video I have planned for this series is all about microphones and polar patterns and also mic positioning. So stick around for that. That one will be out next Saturday. And if you did want to chat with me off of YouTube, you can find me on Twitch and on my Discord server as well. And my Discord link will be in the description below. So again, thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you guys next time. Bye!